Hello everybody, and welcome back to Ravenport Farm. It's Phadd here for, since like 3 million years since I've been here. And there's Hitman running around like a lunatic.
Hello.
Nothing changes there. Hello, Hitman. And we've got Rick standing here looking as though he's in charge of things, which is perfectly good.
Doing fine. About yourself?
I'm good, thank you very much. And then we've got Squirrelly, who's moonwalking by the looks of it.
Hello.
And how's Squirrelly?
Good.
Excellent. So, and now the dog's asking me for something.
Too late. You're too late.
He's like,
gotta wait.
It's like she's keyed to the F9 key as well. So we've got some harvesting going on. Hitman's been busy off screen, and I'm sure he's going to fill us in on all of that shortly. But the upshot of that is that all of our crops, all of our fields are ready for harvest. So Squirrelly has brought the harvester over, and he's going to tackle the sunflowers up on 16 and 17. I'm already working on 14 and 15. And Rick, what are you planning?
Whatever needs doing.
Whatever needs doing. That. So Rick's going to do whatever needs doing, and Hitman's planning to talk a lot. So
And spend money.
And spend money.
And spend money. Yeah. So I'm going to get back over to my harvester sister, much to the dismay of a little dog that's parking her head upon my knee.
When you're talking, you must be talking to me, Dad.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here.
Ooh, I did press the button.
I'm borrowing money. My loan was all paid off. And loan is now maxed. $844,000, so I'm going to spend it. Had been planning to buy the big sprayer. I think it's $489,000, but you know, the little sprayer works fine. I think at this point I want a bigger field, so we're gonna buy field 5 since we don't have enough for field 8 yet. So
You aren't working hard enough this week, I guess.
yeah, well, I went through a few days and I've worked pretty much every contract that if Rick wasn't quick to grab it, I was working it. So we got a lot of stuff done this week. So the crops on 9, 10, and 11 have been here and gone a couple times, I think. I logged on Purple Farm, paid off the loan since it was sitting there eating money every day. So that's why your cash was a little lower than you might have been expecting.
I've been away. I wasn't expecting anything. Rick's been in charge. I'm just thankful that he let me have a vacation. So
I think he was planning to give you a big surprise with the cash on hand, and then I go along and dump it all back on the loan. So hey, at least you don't owe any money.
we just owe you 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Is that right?
Oh no. Guess I'll need my.
I haven't been watching too much NCIS at all.
I'll need my bulletproof sunglasses, I guess. What do we want? Animal transport. This one's for horses. Oh, this will handle 2 horses. We'll lease it. Yeah.
You know when your dog's being passive aggressive when she's laying right beside your chair, so the moment you move, she's there with you. I'm not letting you get out of this. Gotta love him. Okie dokie.
Oh, this truck is so dirty. I suppose I should swing by over there and clean this thing.
Well, I think unless you bought one, I guess we've got the only pressure washer on site.
I'm not wasting money on spraying this thing. It's dirty because it's been working.
Yep. What's your excuse? That's why you're always clean?
That's why I'm always dirty. Well, gotten to know the map. Having said that, now I gotta try and figure out where to drop off the horses. But other than that, I've gotten to know where the fields are and stuff.
Well, the numbers on them are dead giveaway.
Yeah, but just off the top of my head, I know the size of the, roughly the size of the field and where on the map it is. Just rattling them off. So, put
So
a few
does that mean
hours
it's
in this
about
week.
time for us to change maps then?
We're getting there, yep. I just gotta make sure that I can retire on a good amount of money here on Blue Farm. Ah, yeah, that truck's old. This is the first time it's ever been cleaned.
Now there's a shocker.
Now I'll end up wrecking it.
Yeah, the glint of the sun will get in your eye and you'll crash it into a tree or something.
Sounds like wishful thinking there.
Off a bridge.
No.
That'll never happen.
I haven't done that in weeks.
Can you still believe that he blames Rick for that? I mean,
He's a roadhog. More,
no.
well, I was gonna say not as much as me then. Alright, I'm gonna go load up the horses. So, where am I taking them again? I don't know. I'll just look for a horse icon. Animal dealer somewhere.
That's right, Rick. If you want to concentrate on Squirrely, because I'm right by the silo, so I just hang the pipe over the silo.
Okay. So, the animal dealer's right here. I could have just ridden the horses down here to sell them. Well,
Yeah, but would that actually work? Because if they're not in the trailer, how are you going to get the interaction for selling?
no idea. I don't know. Can you tip from a horse while you're on a horse? Tip a horse while you're on the horse? I don't know.
I don't know.
So these horses are now at maximum value, which is $50,000. How much do we pay for them? I don't recall.
Is that 2,500 apiece?
I don't know. Guess we'll see. Oh, here I can just look at. Where do I buy animals? My gosh, it's been so long I can't remember where to buy animals. I haven't bought them in forever. Oh, it's under vehicles, isn't it?
Do you not buy them at the same place you're going to sell them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
So I was just wondering to see if he kind of came up with, oh, maybe you go to the moon and. That's why it's an animal dealer.
Where's the
selling and buying?
Oh my gosh, I'm derping this up. I'm gonna have to drive on the field. Don't look. All right, so where do I load this? Do I have to back right into the corral? Is that how it works? Is there a loading thing inside the corral? Fueler. Open animal dialogue.
Who was it that kind of originally installed them? Wasn't that Derpy Dirt?
Oh gosh, no wonder it's a disaster. For some reason, oh okay, here we go. Open animal dialogue. Left button. Move. Oh yeah, okay, here we go.
This is more than Hitman does with most humans. He's opening a dialogue with the animals.
Well, hopefully, hopefully they're actually in the trailer, and I didn't just move them somewhere else and lose them or something. That would be so dumb. I'd complain a little because that's $100,000. I have a loan to pay off. Well, another growth stage, and I think Field 5 will be ready for a harvest, so at least I'll get some money back out of that. Now, one thing didn't do that, I don't know, I kind of consider it cheaty, is to purchase the land, harvest it, and then sell the land again. And I know that some people do that, and I choose not to. So I didn't do that. To make money.
Ah.
Were you aware of that?
So no, I'm assuming that means that you sell the land at the same price that it was at when you
Yeah,
bought it.
it's kind of silly.
That's a little bit. Yeah, that's naughty.
Hmm.
That's cheaty.
Yeah. So, for instance, I could buy field 5, harvest it when it's ready there, and then sell it again, and then let someone else pay to put the seed and fertilizer and all that on. Where the heck? It
Yeah,
must
no,
be this sell. This must be the sell point here, even though it
it
looks like
needs
a
to be.
sheep paddock.
It ought to take into account the value of the crops if there's a crop ready for harvest on there. In my opinion, giants, you must listen to me. I am right. I am always right.
Okay, so I clicked to move them to the animal dealer, and then what do? Confirm, and it'll sell them.
I would imagine
Yep.
so. I don't know. I haven't clicked on it.
Okay, I don't know if we want any more horses. They were kind of a pain.
Yeah, they were always standing around the back of the shed smoking. It's just kind of unacceptable.
Well, at least the trailer, so I can sell the trailer back. Now think about it. Think about it.
Well, the whole point was you did it to explore that particular aspect of the game because you wanted to explore the horses and see how it was different to the other animals. So do you need to do another cycle of that?
No, what I want to do is get rid of that horse paddock, get the land kind of sorted here and get my field back. Yeah. That's probably what we'll do. So, but for now, I'm gonna just leave this thing sitting here. All right. So that is horses sold. Could go sell some bales too, get some more money. What was the? Was it over $300? Yep. No, I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna wait for the price to come up further on the silage bales. All right. How you doing, Squirrelly? Are you ready? Did somebody tip for you already?
Yeah, Rick's been over.
Okay. Excellent. Well then, what's Hitman gonna do? What do we have for contracts?
Sit with his thumb up his nose?
Could be worse, I suppose. Sow potatoes on field 8 for 113,000.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
sorry,
kind of
that's not
contract.
enough money.
That's the kind of contract that you'd do for 2 minutes and say, "Squirrely, tag."
Look at, you know,
See you in December, Squirrely.
what I should have done is borrowed some money off you and then purchase field 8, and then I could seed something reasonable on there, and then keep the field, and then pay you back as soon as I harvest. Because when fields 9 and 10, oh, do I need to spray that yet? No.
Yeah, that's the point. We haven't kind of done loans between. I mean, it's not set up to do it formally, but we can do it as a gentleman's agreement, as it were.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to switch to purple farm and give a hand there. I think. I think that's just what I'll do. So go to purple farm. Oh, repay the loan a bit first. Clickety click 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 click. All right, we're good.
I'm assuming you don't have a second harvester, so.
I do not.
Okay.
I could rent one.
So.
I won't though.
No. Not necessary, I don't think.
Yay for purple farm. Well, I could help with the tipping. Rick, are you working on that contract, or are you doing tipper duty?
Going back and forth.
Back and forth. Okay. Well, what I can do is run around in circles and then grab cultivator and go give a hand on that field, which is just what I'll do. I'm done running around in circles. So I bought a front weight for that little case to match it instead of using the green one. And vehicle running costs. What? Okay. Somebody fix their front weight. Anyway, yeah, put some care tires on. I went with the bigger ones in the back just because it looked cooler. that was up north here, wasn't it? I'm going the wrong. The right way, but the wrong way. The right way at the wrong time. Hey, Squirrelly, you got it. Field 5 is now blue. Probably buy Field 4 next. Or 8, one or the other. So, I had plans to purchase the that big sprayer. Just too expensive, it's just too much money. Go with the smaller sprayer, and heck, if I have to buy another one, fine. Another smaller one, it's just too much money right now. So the next thing, I guess, will be either another field or a bigger tractor and bigger implements. Might get that what was it? Something harvest. Oh my gosh, what's it called? What's that planter called? I can't remember, Rick.
Jim.
Great Plains. The Great Plains planter.
Yeah, but they call it Jim for short.
Do they? Well,
yep.
We'll be buying a Jim, I guess. Do some working out, some planting. What else? What else? So, yeah, we just want some bigger equipment. And there's been a bit of talk about another map. I don't think we're there yet, though. Really enjoying this one.
How full are you, Squirrelly?
72%.
Okay.
Damn it, you didn't go for the joke answer, Squirrely. I ate before we started recording, it's fine.
I didn't. I'm starting to get hungry. I haven't eaten today, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Well, that's because you're crazy.
I have nothing to add to that.
Yep.
I had some toast last night, a couple hours before bed, so kind of let that burn off first before I go eating some more. Have a bit of breakfast, and then a couple hours, have some beer. You know, typical Saturday. Diet.
This is the health diet, is it?
Yep, it's homebrew, so at least it doesn't have a bunch of preservatives in it. So there, I guess it's the healthy choice.
You let brew in your home?
No, not that brew. A good brew. Speaking of, where the heck is he? He's got that cornfield. He's been tying up field 7. We need to get him in here. Or Sol's field, one or the other.
I haven't spoken to him for a little while, but then again, I haven't been online a great deal recently.
He's been busy, and then this last time he wasn't able to join us because the river was flooding, and he was having to keep an eye on that, so he didn't join us. So quite a bit of rain. Are you getting rain too?
Yeah, we've had some.
Don't have to worry about fire then, I guess.
Not at the moment, no. Although very rare that kind of is an issue here, anyways.
Must be nice.
But kind of had some strong winds as well. So we've had seen a few kind of large tree branches down and stuff like that, but nothing too horrendous. They were talking the other day about like mini tornadoes and whatnot, which is most unusual for us.
Get used to it. Yeah, we're having a pretty good summer here. Tourists are complaining, and people who don't grow food are complaining that there's too much rain. But we've been getting a mixture of rain and sun, and it's working pretty well for us. We're not having to water as much.
And
the forests aren't so dry, so we're having a decent summer for that. I know our provincial fire budget is certainly being helped by it. Firefighting budget. Go on, say budget again. Oh, yeah. Alright, Rick's coming up. I'm just doing a headline up here, Rick. Whenever you could get a chance to actually, it looks like you've almost made it a quarter of the way down the field. They're keeping you busy, are they? Do you need assistance on the hauling, Rick? Did we lose him? Did he mute himself? Can't tell.
I don't believe so.
I haven't heard from him. He's probably
That's
screaming at me
what-
right now.
Well, usually we don't hear from Rick because he's
Unload
busy
me.
working and doing things.
Oh, must have lost his mic. Lost it as in glitched it. So Rick, if you can hear us, we can't hear you.
Rick, if you can't hear us, we can't hear you.
You must be wondering why nobody's talking. Not much of a video, nobody's talking. Oh well. It's probably the best
Well, I think
one yet.
between you and I, we've almost always got someone talking.
Mm-hmm. No, makes it interesting. Well, slightly more interesting than not talking at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Don't really have anything
Let's
to
go
say.
with that.
Oh, found a patty pan squash today that had been hiding, and the thing is huge. Man, probably not gonna eat it because it's too far along, so the seeds and stuff get big. It gets more like a pumpkin than a. We eat them not very big, maybe smaller than your fist if you clench your fist, and so the seeds aren't very developed at that point. So anyway, and I cube it all up into small pieces and cubed, and then do zucchini that way too, and then so fry up the two squash and with a little bit of butter in a frying pan, saucepan. Good stuff. It's good for you too.
If you say so. I wasn't listening.
No, I didn't think so.
I was too
Great.
busy watching Rick tip sunflowers into the silo.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, there he is.
Non-gamers who make phone calls when they know supposed to know I'm recording, but yeah. Anyway,
Oh well.
You're so much
Yeah.
nicer than me. I just don't answer
Non-gamers.
the phone.
That's what the red button's for, right?
That's what I use the answer machine for.
yeah, that'll go over good.
I never answer the phone. The answer machine. Well, that's not true. When partway through the answering machine message, I may pick up the phone if it's somebody I want to talk to. But I screen all my calls because
So you don't pick up the phone much.
no, not very much. No,
Yes, and Hitman's not married either.
that's true. Yep, that is true. Well, hey, I guess you best pick up the phone when the phone rings. Have you come running?
When the phone rings, you must throw it against the wall? No, that doesn't sound right.
No. No, because then you have to replace it. You should know that
No,
as a
you don't
homeowner.
have to.
That's true enough, I guess. So I was out harvesting my lawn today. Haven't finished yet, so after I have my food, I gotta go out and do some more mowing. Should have seen my septic field is covered in dandelions, and they're gone to seed, so a lot of them have gone to seed. And so I went out to mow them, and the bees, of course, the honeybees are all over the dandelions. So I go nice and slow, and the exhaust blows out in front of me, so it blows them all off, and they just move over the next ones. So the last pass, where there's maybe a 2-foot wide swath of dandelions, the whole thing's just bouncing all over the place, even though there's no wind, because the bees are just all over it. So anyway, I mowed it, but there's a lot more dandelions around the edges that they can work on, plus my gardens and such. And it's pretty funny going along and worried about the bees. But I went over and visited my neighbors this week. They're keeping bees. Some of those bees are theirs, I imagine. So I got to meet their honeybees.
Excellent.
Yep, they got a couple hives going there. Nothing big.
Cool.
They had more,
That's
but the wasps invaded. He was away for a few days, came home, and the wasps had hit one or more of the hives and destroyed it.
Lovely.
Yellow jackets. Yep. Yep. So they get in there. I think the trick there is you need to close up the openings where the bees go in so that they can defend it better. If there's a big opening to get into the hive, then they have a harder time keeping the wasps and stuff out. So I suspect my neighbor learned from that and has remedied the situation. Hope so. Don't want to lose those bees. Need them for pollinating. We grow flowers around the entrance to our greenhouse to bring in the bees. They come in there and they really like it's called wood germander. It's the flower and it really brings them in, and then they from there go into our greenhouse. So it works out quite well.
Yeah, my dad was doing that with marigolds, I think, to kind of persuade them to go in and kind of pollinate things like the tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff.
The marigolds, I think, will also somewhat repel whiteflies. I mean, it won't stop them from coming around, but it discourages them a bit. So, yeah, I do that in my garden as well. Marigolds at the ends of the rows. They're not a bad flower too. You get a bit of color in the summer, oranges and yellows. Oh, and this week, crazy time here. I've been so busy. Been working on the flooring and stuff here, get my kitchen going. So, got the floor in our great room and kitchen area about half done. So now I gotta move all the furniture from one side to the other, and then I've been going overboard. Well, you know me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So anyway, going overboard prepping the floor. It's plywood floor that's been down for 15 years. So I going along filling the knot holes with filler, and took the belt sander along all the edges of the plywood to get everything flat. Pounding all the nails down, all that stuff. I'll have to get some pictures up. With a vinyl click flooring. I'm pretty happy with the quality. You pour water on it and the water won't go through the cracks, so nice tight snap fit.
Good.
Busy. Squirrelly, you said you've been busy. What have you been up to?
Just working a lot. We've had guys off work, so we've had to kind of move jobs around, and so.
What are you doing for a living?
Drive fuel truck.
Oh yes. You told me before. I just
No.
didn't know if everybody knew.
There was me thinking you just ignored it and didn't care enough to remember.
It's not my fault. It's farm sim. It takes all thoughts and just throws them under the tractor.
Yeah, there's gonna be some changes around our office soon. They're gonna get me a new truck. I'm not really looking forward to it, but
Yeah, you never know. Maybe you'll get to like it even better.
just because it's an automatic.
Ah.
All the new trucks are going to automatic now.
Use your hand free for a cell phone.
Yeah.
No driving and whoa.
Yeah.
So
So my truck's gonna be used as a spare.
well, why don't you just? Oh, okay. Anyway.
In case it's another truck.
The mileage.
Yeah.
They won't let you keep driving
Except
the one you
for-
like.
Except for one guy in another location wouldn't be able to drive because he can't drive a standard.
Bit my tongue. What are you doing driving a truck and you can't drive a standard?
Exactly.
You'd be surprised how many people can't drive.
But
It's the way things are going now. It's
That's why
cheaper to
they're
buy
going
an automatic.
yeah.
There's also, as more and more vehicles go hybrid, then automatic is going to be what you got.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hybrid and electric.
So,
You don't need to shift on a electric.
Oh, exactly. But it's kind of, it's just kind of, yeah.
You know where I learned to drive a manual transmission on a game in an arcade back when there were arcades. I don't know if there still are, called Hard Driving. And that's where I learned to drive with the shifter. And then my grandfather took me out to teach me on a little Suzuki 4x4 and back roads, like gravel roads. And that's where I learned to drive. Yeah,
You see, it's just
manual transmission.
It's weird because it's kind of over here. It's just kind of most of what everything. Certainly when I grew up, pretty much every vehicle was manual transmission. It's kind of automatic was just kind of wait, really? Why
You
would you get
afford
one of those?
That costs extra money. Now it's the other way around. It costs extra
Yeah.
money if you don't. I bet. Well, it is that time. Man, that time goes by fast.
Are you
doesn't it?
sure?
I am positive. Positive because now I gotta throw some food down my neck and head out there and get real farming. I guess you could call it farming. I'm harvesting grass. Suppose. Chopping it all up
It
into
depends if
silage.
you're going to kind of put it into into lots of different things and give it to the cows.
No, I use mulching. My mower deck is set up for mulching, so I mulch it all up and put it back on the ground for it to hold the water in. Because otherwise it gets dry and dusty, and then every time there's a bit of wind and big clouds of dust all over the yard. So try and grow as much greenery as we can. All right. Well, that was a bit of a weird outro, but anyway.
Well, you're kind of weird yourself. So
That's true.
all.
Well, I'll give everybody a chance to talk here before we're off then. So, Squirrelly, why don't you start us off here?
Have a good one.
Over to you, Rick.
See you later, folks.
You're still here. Didn't get the word in. And how about you, Phadd? You got anything to say?
Take care, folks.
And we'll see you next time. Make sure you check out Phadd. You'll have a video up as well, right?
Yeah, I really have got to kind of edit and catch up on them more. So I will do.
Good. And now go on too, so make sure you click like, enjoy what you saw. Check them both out, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.